Hello my fellow sewists. Today I want to talk to you real quick about some pins. Some people call them needles, but that's a little bit different. Those are the kind that we put thread through at the end. The pins are the ones that have like little balls on the end. They would have like this happening. These are called the color ball pins. And these are the most commonly used when they're just general purpose. And they come in a little tub like this most often, and you can just buy them at almost any fabric store. You can find them in Grandma's Pincushion. But I will say, this is another one of those times where it is best to have a new one because pins do get dull the longer they are used. So it is nice to get newer pins, and they're not super expensive. So another one of those hand-me-down items that ends up being not the best item. Now you can get pin cushions that have little sharpening things on the inside that'll help keep them nicer longer. So the general size for general purpose is like a size 20. Sorry, am I blocking my face? And that's like a medium weight fabric, but there's also like other ones, and these are all like nickel plated steel, so they shouldn't rust necessarily unless you're leaving them in water, which is a bad idea. And they're like for medium weight fabric, so they have little sizes. If you look at the back, you can see they have little sizes that kind of tell you. But there's also quilting needles, and those are longer than the standard. If you look, let's see if I hold it like this, you can kind of see. You can see there are ones that are shorter and the ones that are longer. That's not an attractive view, but and the quilting needles are almost this is kind of the standard, cheapy standard quilting needles, and they'll have them in these are like size 28 according to the back apparently. And you base the quilt layers together so they stick together while you're doing stuff. And they're also really good for other thick fabrics, like when you're doing like fur, or you're doing like multiple layers of any stuff that's synthetic or plush or bulky, or just anything like that. Another type of pins that people use, most of us have heard of, safety pins. You know, we use these and they secure together, which is another thing. People do use these in quilts for basting, like the big yellow pins. And they put them in the center, and it keeps it so they don't move as much. And so these are another option. They also have curved ones like this. I don't have any of those in here, I don't think. People who use these often for that are more likely to have those on hand. I don't really use them so often for my quilting. Another really fun option in replacement of pins are these awesome things called wonder clips. And these are really fun. They have them in a few different sizes, and they're a really nice option if you're doing a lot of stuff with kids, but they're also a really great option when you like to do a lot of like binding and stuff on quilts, or if you like to do like when you're doing curves like on arms and stuff. It's really helpful, like to kind of have that little, it does really good corners, and yeah. So, but they're really great with kids as well because there's a good safety factor. But yeah, hopefully that gives you like a good head start and some hints on some things you can do with pins and some things you can pick up. You really don't need a million different kinds. You will look at the store and you'll see, oh my gosh, look, there's these cute little beautiful ones that have butterfly heads. Obviously I need those because they're beautiful. Wait, you guys do that, right? Just because it's pretty, you want it? That's not just me and my friends. They have like really pretty ones that you just sometimes need, like the pretty things, and you're like, I need that. It's just so pretty. Well, you don't really need the pretty ones. I mean, some of them you still need to check if they're going to do your general purpose job, and then if they're still pretty and you can afford it, then I say go for it.